it's Lisa. I'm going to do a face-to-face kind of YouTube video. I haven't done one of these in a while. At least I don't think I've done one in 2024. But I'm back doing a revisit of the 8-pin questions that Liane likes and Simone are doing. And so I wanted to do a response back. A couple of viewers have asked me to revisit these 8-pin questions. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So it's been about a 1-year anniversary since I've done this from last year, and I'm going to do my responses this year. So first question is, when and how did your fountain pen journey begin? Well, that has not changed. That happened right around 2015, 2016. I had a coworker in my agency, and she was writing with fountain pens, and I saw one of her pens. I saw a few of her pens, and I was like, wow, I really like that. And she said, it's a fountain pen, and I had not seen one since I was a kid. So that sprung me into my fountain pen journey. So that has not changed. Question number 2, favorite inks in the beginning, and what are my go-to inks now? I would say at the very beginning of my journey, I was very Pilot Irizuku focused in my fountain pen inks. I still have a few of the bottles that I bought, but I have Shiku Ren, and I had the gray ink from them, and I had the, I cannot remember the name, but it was the brown ink, but I had a small bottle. I did not like that ink, and it became very popular, I would say 2-3 years ago, and I wish I would have kind of kept it, but I didn't. So I think it's Tazuki, but I will put it up above here or down below on the one that I had and I got rid of. What are my go-to inks now? I don't really have any go-to inks now. I do like Faber-Castell Black as a standard black ink from my everyday writing perspective because it has waterproof properties, although it doesn't write too dry. I do like Califilio. I actually do like that ink brand quite a bit, but I don't really have any go-to inks now. Question number 3, how have your ink and pen taste changed over time? I would say for inks, I've become, excuse me, less of a sheening and shimmer ink person, and I've become more of a shading ink person as far as my fountain pens are concerned, or just regular standard inks. And I always appreciate a good waterproof ink just from an everyday practicality perspective, especially when the weather is not sunny and bright all the time and I might be, trying to write and travel. I tend to like bulletproof kind of inks, water resistant, waterproof inks, just from a travel perspective. That tends to be my big thing right now. As far as colors are concerned, I've expanded. I used to not like brown inks or muddier inks, and I'm actually starting to appreciate those types of inks a lot more than I did previously. So I would say that's how that has expanded, and really don't do the sheening and the shimmer inks as much. I have a few that I have, but I also, as far as pens are concerned, have expanded a little bit. I used to be an extra fine point person. I've now have a few inks that are medium or wider nibs, but not too many. What is, let's see here, are there inks and pens that are there inks and pens that, this is number 4, that you have yet to try but would like to? I desperately want to get my hands on a Scribo La Dota pen. I used to want to get an Ultima, I think it's, let's see here. There's, I'm getting stuck in the name of the brand. It'll come back to me, but there is a pen that I wanted to really get for a long time, and it's kind of fallen off the list. And again, I'll put it up here because I'm having a brain fart right now, but I definitely would want to get a hold of a Scribo La Dota pen. And I also want to desperately obtain it's kind of like a Holy Grail, I want to do a Stipula a Leonardo da Vinci pen. I think that would be like, I've seen the pen. I'm going to put an insert of the photo above here. Hopefully I can figure out how to do picture-in-picture. I'll flash an image of it. I recently have spotted it's very expensive. And I would say that would be one of the two pens that I desperately would like to get my hands on. Number 5, what is your Holy Grail pen? I've got a couple of my Holy Grail pens. Pelikan has been one of my Holy Grail pens, and I think that was the Pilot Custom 823, I think was the very first Holy Grail pen, and it took me a while to get that pen. So I would say those two pens are like probably was my Holy Grail pen. Getting that Pilot Custom 823 was a big leap for me into the 14 karat gold nib, a little bit higher price point pen. How many pens do I currently own? Well, I used to own over 120 pens, but I don't think it was over 130, and now I'm probably at right around 100, and I'm going to go down even further. If I can get rid of some of the ones that I was destashing, it'll go down. So there's that. Do I have a limit on pens or inks in your collection? Is it a number? Is it a feeling? When do you know that you've reached your maximum? Well, I kind of feel like I've reached my maximum. There's only about 4 pens that I really want to get my hands on that I can think of right now. And again, the Scrivo Ladotta is one of those pens. The Stipula Leonardo da Vinci, if I can get my hands on it and see what that writes like, I would probably like to get my hands on that one. I still want to get the Pelikan M800 fountain pen, and there's probably one or two other ones, one other one for sure probably out there that I'm not thinking of right now. So it's very limited. I mean, I would say I'm down to about maybe 4 to 5 pens that I really wouldn't mind getting my hands on. I don't really need any more pens. I actually want to start culling back on some of the pens that I have, even further than what I've already put up for sale. So I think it's more of a feeling. But if, of course, you know, do I have a limit on pens or inks? Not really, but I think I'm going to have one more on pens than inks, but I've got enough ink in my collection. I'm still in the search for a couple of yellows, but I don't really need any more inks. I'm trying to go through my bottle inks. I was giving away ink samples for a long time in 2023. I haven't been able to start it in 2024, but I'll probably try to get that going at some point in 2024, at least do it for a couple of months. Question number 8. Consequently, what would you do if another pen or ink came along? Again, it hasn't changed. I would try and or buy it. Pens are hard to try because, you know, people are not always willing to depart with their pens in their collection. So it would be a buy, probably most likely. I'm very stubbornly buying pens these days. It's going to take a certain kind of difference about the pen or a brand that I don't own. As you will see in my last video, I just finally bought one of the pens, which that pen was another one of those pens I would say I was looking at trying to obtain, and I really took a long time pulling the trigger on it. And the reason why, and that was the Montegrappa Marshmallow, Elmo and Marshmallow. I saw it with other people, and I'm just not trying to chase, again, the FOMO of things. But that pen is getting ready to become discontinued if it's not already when I was buying it. So, but it was on my list. It was on the short list of pens that I wanted. I really do feel like if there's something out there, if it's attainable for you and it sparks joy and you think you're really going to use it in your collection, go for it. I'm just trying not to get the latest TWSBIs and pens, Sailors included, although I love Sailor as a brand. I feel like I have quite a few of those pens, so I'm really looking at the brands that I have a lot of and trying to stay away from those brands and get more of the brands that I have not tried. So I'm really trying to fine tune it. I don't feel like I need to have 5 or 6 of the same brand of the same type with similar nibs. I really wanted to speak something different. It has to be very kind of unique these days for me to want to pull the trigger on it. All right, so that is it. I hope you found this video interesting. If you're joining the 8-pin question, let us know in the comments below. We would love to check out your video too. Thank you again for all the subscribers to my channel. I did get to realize hitting over 1,000 subscribers finally. So thank you so much for that. And if you're new and you're checking out the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. I will be trying to put out videos on the regular as I've done the years past. And I really do appreciate you guys checking this one out. So until next time, take care, stay safe.